it started when I was 16, 17 years old, that I always bought this GQ magazine, and yeah, from time to time I more had a look at those advertisements, those cool pictures from the big brands, and then I started with a simple, cheap camera to make pictures, these days with my girlfriend, now she's my wife, and it developed over the years, and I think my favorite topic is architecture. I like things when they are pure and simple. Simplicity is something I like, and that's why I'm interested in nice buildings, in organic forms, structures. This is, I have no clue why I love this topic, but I like it. I think if you have a look at my photos, I always try to reduce a lot and cut a lot of things that has nothing to do with the main focus out of the frame, to keep the focus on what's really important. And I think this is my kind of how I make photos and do photographs. I finished my football career 4 years ago, I guess. I think it was 4 years ago. And when you're a professional football player, you have to deal with pressure. And when it gets difficult, you need something to go away from the sport, football especially. And I found back to myself when I took the cam and walked around. I had my earphones on, was listening to my favorite music, and then I moved back to who I am really. And it helped me a lot to get rid of those troubles around football. And photography was something that was very good for my career, because then I found focus again for my profession, playing football. This was the topic. When you have a look at the picture and it takes years to find out, hey, it's a good picture, then I think it's not a good picture. When you have a look at those, if you take this room, there are a lot of pictures, but if you have one picture and you stay there and say, wow, then it's a good picture. If it takes time, I'm not sure if it's really a good picture. Could also happen when you have a second look or a third look, but I think for me if it's love at first sight, then it's a good picture. I'm using this Leica M240 for years already. I changed the lenses, to be honest, because I was experimenting a lot. But now I'm mostly working with a 50 and a 35, but I'm also thinking of changing it to a 28. And I love the handling. There's a weight. The way it's made haptically, when you touch it, there's some metal. I like the camera, there's nothing around it. Keep the focus on, look through the cam, that's it, and not those 1,500 options you can choose. And no, this is why I like the camera system, and there have been so many huge, big photographers I really adore, to be honest. I have some photos at home, but also younger photographers. There's a French guy, his name is Fred Martagny. He's a former skateboard professional, and my kind of photography is comparable to his, I guess, because he's one of my big heroes. I took my boy and I told him about this skater park in the 14th district here in Vienna. He said, yeah, of course, let's go. And we had an afternoon for us, just him and I. And then I walked around because I saw, hey, in this skater park are bowls and cool obstacles. And it looked a little bit like in LA, these famous skater parks. And the light was quite good. And then I saw, oh, there's one of those very few skaters, and he was really good and talented, this boy with this curly hair. And I took some photos. I asked him if it's okay for him to take photos. at the end of the day, I think I had some good photos, and my boy was happy, and Daddy was happy because he had some good pictures in the camera. I had to laugh because some of the scenes were quite funny. I had no clue about this festival day, holiday, because they celebrate the beginning of spring, bye-bye winter. I think in Russia it is a bigger topic than here in Austria. We also, a country in the Alps, we have to deal with snow, but Russia has to deal way more with snow and longer. So I can understand for them it's a great thing to say bye-bye winter and finally high spring, and it gets a bit warmer. But great photos, a bit funny too. I don't get them all those games they play around this day, but I think he captured it the perfect way. It's like you're in the middle of the scenery. Congrats.